Hello, you guys! So I am packing for a trip. I already filmed some of my packing technique stuff on my phone the other day. I did not have my batteries or my charger for my camera, my good camera here, so that's gonna be a little bit lower quality, but I'm gonna go back over everything today and tell you all about my trip coming up and everything. So Jeremiah and I are going to Iceland. We leave tomorrow. And we are going to get married. We're eloping there, and we are just gonna have the two of us and our photographer with us and just have a really intimate experience there. So we're super excited, obviously. And like I said, we are taking a lot of stuff with us, and I thought I would share my tips and tricks on how to travel and all of that jazz. I'm not gonna talk about staying on track for dieting or anything like that because it's my fucking wedding, so that's not a priority at all. But definitely some tips for packing and how to travel a little bit lighter and make things fit into your bags. So first things first, Iceland is one of the most expensive countries, especially when it comes to food and like having to buy stuff while you're there. So we bought a carry-on bag that we're gonna check on the way there. That checked bag is gonna have all of our food. So I did a lot of research, and you can take food into Iceland, specifically like 6.6 pounds per person. So hoping that's still the case when we get there. I bought our groceries and everything that we planned on cooking while we're there because we're gonna be staying at Airbnbs. So we should be able to cook all of our food and everything. So I'm gonna show you guys all of that. And then one of the things I read was that alcohol was like $60, $70 a bottle. So it was only $50 to check a bag. So we're taking 2 bottles of alcohol, so that already is cheaper than buying alcohol there, and then the food and everything. And I'm gonna show you guys how to pack protein, what you can take through TSA like for not a checked bag for carry-on, and then how to save space in your bag. So I just brewed up some coffee, and one thing I wanna show you guys is how I drink my coffee with my First Form Level 1 protein. Level 1 is a meal replacement protein. This is the Christmas one, peppermint bark. I mix it with my coffee still. First Form is the only company that I use. I'll show you guys the protein bars and all of that as well. And if you want to shop through them, they have a 110% money back guarantee on all of their products. So if you hate it, you can send it back and get your money back. And if you shop through my link, which I will put down in the description box below, you'll always get free shipping. So I'm going to show you how I have my protein. If you're someone who is macro tracking or just trying to cut out a little bit of like unnecessary dietary stuff, what I do is I make black coffee, and then I mix my Level 1 protein in with it as like my creamer to make it sweeter, and it tastes delicious. This is peppermint bark, and it tastes so good. So I put about 1/3 of a scoop into my coffee. I'll show you guys, and then we'll get to packing my bags. So we're just gonna do plain coffee to start. I add about 1/3 of a scoop to my coffee. And the key here, number one, is quality protein. Quality protein isn't gonna clump very much in your coffee, but also having a milk frother and mixing it up makes your coffee completely smooth. There's no clumps. A lot of times when you mix powders in with like hot food or hot drinks, it gets really clumpy, and I'll show you guys that this is like completely smooth. Milk frother is going with me on the trip. Just stir it up a little bit. No clumps, super delicious protein hot coffee. So I use candy cane coffee, and I mix my peppermint bark into it, and it tastes so delicious. Also, I'm gonna show you my nails. There we go, it's focusing. So my friend Kari, she's one of my closest friends. She does my hair color, my extensions, my cut, and she also does my acrylics. And these are my wedding nails. We did these last night. She slayed. These are fucking amazing. So these are Swarovski crystals with I'll show you guys the polish in case anyone wants to replicate these. As far as the nail stuff goes, the color we used was OPI regular polish. And if it could focus, that would be great. OPI regular polish. This color is called Mimosas for Mr. and Mrs. It's a really nude color with a slight pink in it, which is harder to find than you would think because there are so freaking many. And then as far as like the rhinestones go, these are Swarovski crystals. I got all of them at Michael's. This is the main package that we used. So there's 3 different colors in one pack, and these are bigger ones, and then we used this smaller one as well, also from Michael's. So they were not like too tricky. We just honestly, about to show you a hack. We practiced these. We did them a few weeks ago to see like how well the crystals would stay on. We used Gorilla Super Glue Gel. It worked freaking great. And then this Crystal Katana to put them on. It has like a wax tip. And like I said, my friend Kari does it. She does her own acrylics, and she offered to do mine. She's actually been doing my nails for a while now, and I'm so happy that she got to do my wedding nails. They're perfect. I love them so freaking much. So I'm taking all of this with me just in case like anything falls off while I'm there, or you know, any mishaps happen. So it's all, again, everything's gonna be in its own Ziploc bag, so that way if security does need to go through anything, it's just super easy for them to pull out and look instead of digging through the bag and all of that shit. A lot of people ask me if my nails break or how I can lift in these. I honestly have never had a problem. These are a little bit longer than I normally do, but just a tad. I can grip the bar just fine, because with the bar in there, my fingers don't touch my hand, so it's not an issue. I can do pull-ups just fine. I can do everything just fine, so I don't know if I just got lucky, but it's something that I don't have to worry about. Another thing is I got Jeremiah a tiny little wedding gift. He's really into nerdy stuff, and I mean that in like the best way possible, because I love it. And I saw this, it's a little pin, but he doesn't really wear pins, so I got this and put it in a frame, and I hope he loves it. It's Velma, and she's like tied up and all that like kinky shit. Super kinky. So I hope he likes it. Just something. Okay, this bag is already packed with food. I will show you guys. We are paying to check a bag just to take food to Iceland, because the food and alcohol is super expensive. So that's just food. And then on the way back, it'll just be these two bags as our carry-ons, and I'm gonna fold this one up. So these are the two bags that we have to pack all of our clothes and all of that in, which it looks like a feat right now because I have so much to pack. These two bags are our normal clothes. Those are his ice, like winter boots. And then I'm taking both of these boots, and this is my wedding stuff, and then his wedding stuff is also going. So I'm gonna have to fit all of this stuff into these two bags, and I'm gonna show you how we're doing it, and hopefully it helps you pack in the future. First up, I'm gonna show you our bag for traveling. As far as going through TSA, you can take powders and solid foods as much as you want and carry those on the airplane as long as they fit into your bag, but you can't take liquids over 3 ounces. So all of this we are paying to check. It's gonna go under the plane, but just to kind of show you, I actually just opened this up to show you, and my jelly spilled, so I put it in a separate bag because I originally had it all just in one bag. So I already had to clean up a little bit of a mess. It got all over my oatmeal, which I'm still gonna take, don't care. We're taking a loaf of bread, some Triscuits, some canned chicken, and in this bag I have like snacks. So I have all of my level 1 protein bars. These are gonna be from First Form as well. I have all of these for me and Jeremiah for the trip. Trail mix in here. This is just Target peanut butter monster mix, and that's what's in that bag. These are my greens that I have every single day. If you're not eating these, you are missing out. Drinking them, actually. And then on this side, we bought a hard bag that like isn't very flexible because we didn't want our glass to break. So 2 bottles of alcohol, we have some rosé and some rum, tuna, some pasta sauce, and then we just bought 2 bags of pasta. That should be enough for us for most of our meals. And then, like, you know, when we get there, we're gonna go to a grocery store and get a few things also. So that's, as far as food goes, that's what that is. But I'm gonna show you how to take food. So one thing that I highly recommend is putting everything in plastic bags. Just like I said, I already had an issue with this peanut butter and jelly spilling out, and thankfully it only spilled into another Ziploc bag. But if you don't have stuff in bags, you know, you're just asking for a mess basically. So everything's gonna be in its own Ziploc bag, and I will show you how to do the protein. So for me, I'm just gonna take a couple of scoops because we're gonna be there for 4 or 5 days. So I'm just gonna take a couple of scoops because I probably won't have one every single day. But taking protein powders on trips are a good way to keep your nutrition on point because you're getting that protein in. A lot of times when we go on trips, we have a lot of like eating out, and generally the meat portions tend to be smaller, the carb and fat sources tend to be higher. So if you take a protein drink and have that every day, you don't have to worry about like getting off track or anything like that, or just like stressing out about not getting your protein in. So you literally just, making a mess, we're gonna put it in the Ziploc bag. So once I fill my bag up with this, I'm gonna roll it up, get all of the air out, and then throw it in my bag. Super, super easy, and you can travel with these through TSA up to like 12 ounces of powder, I think. Actually, if you have a baby, you can take as much liquid and powder as you need, but that's all you have to do. It's super easy, and again, it's gonna save you money, it's gonna save you time on grocery shopping, and you don't have to stress about not having your protein available with you. Getting it in, whatever. So once I do that, I will just put the scoop in my bag. I'm not gonna put it in there yet because I'm still gonna have more protein coffee tomorrow. So I put it in there, I carefully press out all the air, and that's it. Throw it in my bag and I am good to go. So that's, as far as food goes, that's what that is. Now I'm gonna move on to like actual saving space in the bags and show you guys what all of that is looking like. So you're gonna learn real quick that my camera's not in focus. That's what you're gonna learn. I am a huge advocate for Ziploc bags. They are such a space saver. If you're someone fancy and has one of those like Ziploc air sealed bag contraptions, go for it. We're not that fancy here. So you're gonna put all of your clothes in a bag. These are my socks, my underwear, some sexy clothes, and Jeremiah's bathing suit. Put it in the bag, push out all the air, seal it up. It saves so much space. This is the only way I travel with carry-on bags only. Even for like 8, 9, 10 day trips, I only do carry-on. And again, that's just gonna be to save space. So this is all of like Jeremiah's socks, underwear, shirts, all in a bag, and it saves so much space. And then in between all of those soft bags, I'll show you, I have my eyeshadow palettes. So I don't have to worry about them getting broken on the trip because they are safely secured inside of my bags with all of my clothes, and it's gonna be super soft and squishy. So that's what that looks like. Literally, most of our clothes are just in this one backpack. And again, we're going for 5 days, and I didn't necessarily pack very light. So I'm really proud of all the stuff that I've made fit in this bag so far. I don't know if most of you know this, but Jeremiah actually is living in California right now for work, so he is flying in tomorrow morning, and he's gonna bring some stuff that I need to pack, so I actually have left space in these bags. And then as far as the other bags go, again, everything should be in Ziploc bags that's liquid or can make a mess or anything like that. Toiletries, I just have in 2 little bags here. Of course, I'm on my period, so tampons, and then like shampoo, toothpaste, all that jazz. And yeah, everything. This is a dress completely in a bag. I will show you guys like pictures and stuff. I'll insert those of our trip and everything. All of my jewelry for the day of, and just the trip in general. My engagement ring. I went and got it cleaned yesterday. It's so perfect. This is my ring. Jeremiah got this and proposed to me in October of 2018. So we've been engaged for a few months, and we knew we didn't want to like have a wedding or anything like that for multiple reasons. The first reason being we want to travel, and we wanted our wedding to be just about us, and that's what eloping is. It's literally just about you and the other person. You don't have to worry about like inviting guests or worrying about who's showing up for the day or food or any of that. It's literally, I'm really excited about it. And then also we live in Washington. Well, I live in Washington. He lives in California. I'm from Georgia. He's from Oklahoma. So we have family and friends everywhere. So it would just be easier to not try and like get everyone together or feel like obligated to come to a wedding in a different state or whatever. We didn't want to do a destination wedding, so we're just doing our own thing, and we're taking our photographer friend, and we're super, super excited to have her with us, and it's just gonna be a really amazing, low-key trip. So that's all the details on that. Obviously, I'm gonna be trying to like vlog throughout the trip of Iceland. and show you guys all of that. I'm also gonna pull out my dress and his outfit and show you guys. So no one's seen this stuff because we haven't told anyone we're eloping. So me even talking to my camera right now, like you guys aren't gonna see it until after we do it, but just talking about it is a good feeling. That coffee is so fucking good. Another key in packing your clothes, which I forgot to mention, is when you are, before you put them in the bags, don't just fold them and put them in the bags, you have to roll everything. So rolling stuff is going to keep it, again, it's gonna take up the least amount. Rolling your clothes is gonna take up the least amount of space in your bag. So like jeans, everything is rolled. My underwear are rolled, my socks are rolled, my jackets are rolled, everything. So, and then another way we are saving space is we're wearing all of our bulkiest stuff on the airplane. So like he's wearing his snow boots that are up on the shelf there. I'm wearing a big pair of boots. We're wearing our big jackets on the airplane so we don't have to try and pack those. And again, we're just saving money by not checking a bunch of bags, not having to worry about like getting all of our luggage after the plane lands and all of that jazz. So we're super excited. Probably gonna say that a lot, just so you know. I'm gonna show you guys our outfits. Very non-traditional wedding outfits. We're super fucking stoked. It's gonna be a great time. Okay, I'm gonna show you that. I got these super cool sunglasses. So one thing we're doing on this trip is we're taking pictures, like obviously like we're having a photographer for like the wedding ceremony so we can share that with family, but we're also doing like some shoots with other outfits. And I thought it would be super cool to have like some badass pictures with some sunglasses. So I got these sunglasses from Nordstrom. They are Chanel. I really like the little pearl on the side and how skinny the side is. And I have a really narrow face and these aren't overly huge. They're a little big, but they're not too big. So I love them. They're super cute. Photos to come. Another tip I have for anyone going to Iceland is loading up on these guys. I'm gonna be putting them in my bra, in my shoes, in my underwear, wherever I need to. They're the hand warmers. They're going with. Okay, so as far as our wedding outfits go, both of us have our suits. His tux is in this bag, my dress is in another one just like this. And so obviously it's like super long, and sometimes if you're not first class, they won't let you like hang those up. So where Jeremiah got his tux here in Bellevue at the Suit Supply, they had his stuff in these bags, and they fold up just like this. They literally fold into 3 pieces and zip all the way around, so it is super secure. So I have my entire wedding dress in here with all of the pieces to it, which is a lot. I have an outside piece that goes over my dress because we're gonna be outside, and then I also have my wedding shoes in here, which are not tiny little shoes. They're intense. So anyway, I'm super excited about these bags, and this is gonna be like, I'll show you. I'll just show you. So we're each taking a carry-on. So this is gonna be my carry-on that goes over my head in the bin, and then this is gonna be my little personal item that goes under my seat, and that's super easy. And we're gonna take all of our stuff that way, and that's about that. That's all for this part of the video. We leave tomorrow, so I will talk to you guys later.
You just say like, this is where we're at.
This is where we're at. Throwing up signs.
Just in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Middle of nowhere, but if we get lost, our car's way back there. We're so excited.